And we're back with more Big Beautiful Women Giantess Dating Action, the only series I've thus far done on the channel that YouTube has decided to tell me is inappropriate, even though I've already told them what content is in the video. So that's an exciting milestone, getting to fight with YouTube's absolutely functionless AI, options. That's always great. I'm not salty at all. Today, we're going to do something a little out of the ordinary, and we're actually going to hang out with Miss Yu. Why? Because I cheated. And I actually just asked the game dev if I was doing anything wrong, and he noted to me that I was not very far along with Yu, who is a requirement for Maya's route. And I'm hoping, Monster Rancher that I am, that I did not waste too much time in order to split the difference. Maya's story will not progress from where we are currently. So, I have to make good with my boss. I'd like to work with Yu. Working as fast as is pretty hectic, especially with giant customers. Don't need some courage. Yeah, it'll be fine. I actually knew the prerequisite was 50, which is actually also the prerequisite for seeing that movie with June, but I'm now very focused on trying to actually appropriately accommodate the fact that I'm trying to date my landlady. So I will probably not fiddle around with the other girls so much, but we'll see. We'll see what options avail us. I head on over to Yugiri Ramen. It's my first day at work. Oh yeah, because I took forever to get around to this storyline. I got my hair knit on, I'm rocking my apron, I'm serving customers big and small, and it's hectic as all hell. I haven't stopped moving ever since I clocked in, and I've been at it for 5 hours. I can feel blisters on my feet and calluses in the form of my fingers. Burnt myself with ramen twice already. I'm still back. I love it here. It sucks, but I like the way it sucks. Okay. I did not feel this way about food service. I hated it. One of the shortest tenures of my career ever was being a waiter because guys don't get tips. Spoiler alert. I did well enough in retail. I did that for a few years. And there was one job in particular that actually had a really good rhythm to it. And I guess I could probably say, yeah, I probably liked the way that one sucked. It had its perks. We had a good team. We got things going really, really well. And then I left, the dam burst, everyone left, and our entire team was gone in a few months after my leaving, and our store closed after it fell to the bottom of the company. So you can't trace me now. It's gone. There's no more evidence. I saw a meme online where it's no one can say that you weren't a division manager at a Circuit City or a Toys R Us now because they're gone. I'm juggling 6 different tasks at once every moment. I feel so busy, but in a good way. Feels like I'm contributing something. Most people yearn to be part of something greater than themselves. For some, that means becoming devout. For some, it means simping for a politician, which you should never do. All politicians are evil and they're all in on the grift. For some, it means becoming a pariah on social media to please some dude telling you to wear striped thigh-high socks. What? I'm sorry. What? That is so specific. I'm sorry, that just hit me so out of left field that I'm kind of just left reeling. For me, it means serving customers. I love being another cog in Yu's finely oiled machine. She's a harsh but fair mistress. Each order she barks nearly knocks me off my feet, but there's no malice behind it, no hatred. She's a professional. It's one thing to watch her work from a distance, but a whole other thing entirely to be part of her craft. Oh yeah, by the way, if you're not hearing the beep-boop of the dialogue, it's because I turned the text speed all the way up to maximum, and I finally engaged in SFW mode. So I don't have to manually censor these videos anymore. The game will do it for me. Because you know what? It started off as really funny, and then when I had 5 or 6 Taku heads floating on the screen at the same time, it started to feel a bit excessive. This restaurant is her world, and I'm living in it. Now yeah, get this tiny table 4 and meet the guest behind you. Yu barks at me without looking at me once. She's currently serving 6 different beers at 6 different tables while carrying a tower of empty, dirty ramen bowls against herself. On it, chef. What table did she tell me to take this to? She said 4. You dolt. Let's run over to table 4 and deliver the ramen to a tired salaryman who reeks of sweat, tobacco, and sadness. Sorry for the wait. Please enjoy. The man nods at me without another word and starts slurping his noodles. No part of his face moves except his lips. I don't like it. I then rush over to the couple that just arrived on the counter, escort them to their table, and take their order. Well, what you two have? Let's see. How do you Yugiri ramen, medium hardness, level 2 spice, and add an egg and some corn. Just veggie ramen for me, soft noodles, extra garlic, half salt. Sounds good. Any side? If I have to remember this order, I will cheat and just scroll back. Any sides or drinks for the table? I have a Nodello. Kara age for me. No edamame. No, wait. Make up your mind, please. Garlic edamame for me, please. Got it. Take their menus and head over to the console by the register. We should have had a little app by now where you can just input orders in, but Fuko got busy. And by busy, I mean a ROM of a game that was canceled 40 years ago got dumped online. Okay, I'm just saying, if Maya was not an option in this game, Fuko probably would have been my number one, because it feels like she and I would have a lot to talk about. I'm just saying. She has left her computer all week, apparently, so until Fuko stops fixating on that beta, we gotta put orders the old-fashioned way. Let's see, what did customer 1 want? What do they want for their sides? Nodello and garlic edamame. I put the order in. Now I have to just bust tables and ask guests if they want refills while Yu works for magic. A few minutes later, the orders come in. I deliver them to the table and customer thanks me for the food and starts digging in with big smiles on their faces. Yu also winks at me for my hard work. By hard work, I mean I literally got mad and took a screenshot. I feel closer to Yu now. You and me and the other employees continue working until we close. We managed to clear out every guest but one, a giant that goes to our school. She just stayed quiet in the corner and kept buying Nodellos, so you let her stay. She wasn't aggressive or anything. She just kept scrolling through her phone while slamming beers down. Might be going through a breakup. 3 of the employees had to carry her out and call a cab for her, but she was still lucid, so she should be fine. The moment we finished closing, every other employee booked out of the restaurant except for me, because I am very small. No, you're normal size. We had this discussion in the last episode. Yu cracks open a beer, unscrews a jar of pretzel sticks, and sits down at the bar. Damn it. She sighs and takes a fat swig of beer. Something wrong? Nah, it's just a long day. You're good, though. You're already the best damn employee I have here. Really? Yep, you're always on time, always polite to customers, and don't question my orders. If I could clone you 12 times and have only your clones work here, I would. It's quite flattering. I've only been here one day. Everyone else here was late on their first day. Everyone? Yep. Why? Some people are just better workers than others. Simple as. That is true facts. Like back when I was retail, like I was saying earlier, a lot of our guys were high school kids. And so, like, the level of reliability fluctuated individual to individual, let's say. And competency came at a premium. There was one guy, and he came in, and he was super good. And he was really good at customers. He learned stuff really fast. So I went to my boss, and I'm like, boss, I want him in my section. And my boss starts laughing. And I go, okay, what do you know that I don't know? And he goes, the other 2 section leads said the same thing. And I was like, I'll fight them. I will fight them for this guy. You know, that's the thing. The reward for good work is more work. Yu takes another big swig of beer. Here. She brings a pretzel stick and gives a piece of it to me. It's half as tall as me. Take this. Perfect way to end the day. Thanks, chef. I said the pretzel halberd and take a bite out of it. Crunchy, salty, everything you want out of a pretzel. Do you just hang out here after work? For a little bit. It looks like she's sinking further and further into the bar with every passing moment. It's quiet, gives me a chance to think and admire my work. Your work. The restaurant. Yu opens her mouth wide and lets out a yawn an ancient dragon would give. The air around me now reeks of beer and pretzel. Gross. It's like my child. You're so dedicated. Have you always wanted to run a restaurant? Not always. When I was little, I wanted to be a secret agent puppy doctor who was also the president of space. What changed your mind? Mom's food is too good. Want to share it with as many people as possible. Well, given how big your sister is, she probably was a great cook. Oh, that's cute. Thanks. What about you? What did you want to be when you were little? I want to be the intergalactic mastermind who would be controlling the secret agent puppy doctor president of space from behind the scenes. For real? Nah, I wanted to be a doctor. Why doctor? You ever play the game Dr. Dario? No, but sis used to play it all the time. I thought that's how medicine worked. You chuckles. You thought you just rotated pills in a bottle? I was 4. I know. I'm just pulling your leg. You gently pat stop my head with her fingertip. You still want to be an intergalactic mastermind? Honestly, I don't know what I want to do. No major or job really sticks out to me. I always feel kind of lost. Don't worry about that. Your 20s were for being lost. I hope so. Do you feel lost here? No, chef. Your directions are clear as day. Glad to hear it. So that's a thing, right? Like I think I talked about this way back when the demo first dropped. We kind of expect teens and kids to like already have it together. Like we expect them to know what it is they're going to be good at or passionate at really, really early in life. And we just kind of throw them to the wolves, right? And the academic system is based more on like a conveyor belt, an assembly line, than anything even resembling something competent. So it's like, you're going to go, if you're in your teens or your 20s right now, which according to my analytics, you probably are, let Grandpa Snek, the dinosaur here, give you a little bit of advice. You don't have your crap together, and you probably never will. That's just how it is. The people who seem to have it together are either the people who were lucky trust fund kiddies who've never had an actual concern in their life, or they're pretending that they have it together because they feel they have no other choice. You're doing the best you can, you know? You have it in front of you, you're doing what you can with what you got. And a lot of the time, it's not a great hand to play from. Let me tell you, I'm in the same position. That's life, you know? And sometimes, the very best you're going to do is stall for time. But you know what? You're going to do it. And it's going to be okay. And afterwards, you'll probably wonder, what was I worried about? You know? But that's just how it is. So don't beat yourself up because you haven't 100% figured it out yet. Okay? Like, genuinely. Because I haven't. I'm a pretty old man, so let me tell you, I haven't figured it all out. So I don't suspect people significantly younger than me have either. And you may never. Maybe I won't ever. But you'll figure it out day by day. I don't know, maybe you'll be one of the lucky ones. Maybe you'll be one of the people who has a passion from day one, and you chase it your entire life. And you know what? Godspeed if that's the case. But most people, that's not the case. That's more an interesting storytelling thing than that's how it works in real life thing. I don't mean to pry, but you sound like you've had this conversation before. Yeah, I had this chat with Sis about twice a month. Is Fuko that bad? Fuko's got problems. I love her, but you let out a sigh. I don't know what I'm gonna do with her. She's my older sister, but it feels like I'm babysitting a child sometimes. You finishes off her beer and cracks open another. Want to change the topic? Please. Also here. You gets a tiny mug the size of my head and pours a drop of her beer into it, filling it instantly. It's not good to drink alone. You're officially my drinking buddy now. Is this coming out of my paycheck? Hell no. Consider it thanks for listening to my bitching. You're like a cool big sis archetype, which is, again, funny. You're the baby sister. Makes you feel any better. I'm the younger sibling, too. Don't worry about it. We all gotta let off a little steam. I take a swig of her beer. I normally don't care much for beer, but this tastes different. It tastes a little sweet. Does it have some cider mixed in? Maybe beer just tastes better after working a 9-hour shift. What'd you think? Sweeter than I thought it'd be. I keep chugging it. I had no idea I was so thirsty. Can I have some more, chef? We're off the clock. You can just call me Yu. Yu drips another drop of booze in my mug for taking a swig out of her bottle. Woo! Drink up, baby! My, you're trying to get me drunk. Pfft, no, I wouldn't risk damaging an employee's health. That's bad management. Aww. Did you want me to get you drunk? I mean, it's certainly flattering, no? Pfft, yeah, you got a point. Maybe later if you keep providing excellent customer service. Gonna hold you to that. How do you plan on doing that? Shoot, I didn't think I'd get this far. I'll get back to you on that. Oh, come on! You pokes me again, gently knocks me over with her finger. You're not even gonna try and tease me? Teasing the head chef under any circumstances seems like a bad idea. Wise boy. You slide your finger off of me before taking another sip of beer. Do you have any part of that in that phone order today? The lady that called in the 4 ramens with extra everything? I remember hearing someone talk about it over the phone, but never saw any follow-up. Did that lady ever pick her order up? Yeah, 4 hours after calling in. You takes another swig of beer. She demanded the ramen be made as soon as possible, too, but get this. You takes another violent swig of beer. She gets it 4 hours later, heads home, and calls us when she gets home complaining the ramen's cold. Oh, the joys of customer service and dealing directly with the public. I don't miss it. Isn't that a funny thing for me to say? I'm an introvert, and my goal is to be an entertainer for all you guys, right? But yeah, I've heard of stories like this. I actually worked with some guys who used to work at a pizza place, and they tell me that people would put in the orders and even pay for them sometimes, and then they just didn't show up to collect them. So, like, and apparently that happens more often than you think. Like, I had no idea this would. I would never do that because I am too single-minded when it comes to pizza. And second, because that just seems like super, super wasteful. But yeah, like they would just like order in the pizzas and like pay for them and then just never go collect them. And then, like, of course, you get people like this, like, oh, you gotta do it right away, and then they take their sweet time. It's okay for them to make you wait, but not the other way around. And then her complaining about it, like, oh, I sympathize. What did she think it was going to be? No idea. Some people just don't know how thermodynamics work. Maybe she didn't feel how cold the bowls were when she had them. Did she ask us to heat it up? Nope. Besides, she can just heat it up herself if she really wanted to. Everyone and their dog has a microwave these days. You takes another bigger, more violent swig of beer. What about you? Get any dumb customers today? Not dumb. I did notice a giant customer looking at me from time to time. Did she make any moves on you? Maybe. I saw her reaching for something as she approached the counter. I turned around to ask her what she needed, but when I did that, she immediately dropped her hand, said nothing, and returned to her seat. Now, yeah, I think you almost got tiny napped. Is that a big problem here? Not sure how big. Allegedly, 2,000 tinies have gone missing since Yotenshi's founding, but the estimates vary depending who you ask. Some say it's only 500, and some say it's up to 3,000. Do we know for sure if all of them were abducted? Maybe they got lost. That's certainly possible. The only problem with that is the GLF has taken responsibility for most of the abductions. Giant Liberation Front? Giantess Liberation Front, I nailed it. Right, I remember hearing about them in class. Yeah, they're an interesting bunch. I get where they're coming from, but come on, don't abduct tinies. They can't hurt you. Take another swig. Do we know what they do with the tinies? Could be anything. It's likely just trafficking. But here's a lot of giants that are into some pretty gnarly stuff. Just trafficking? You finishes her second beer and opens a third. You know I didn't mean it like that. I finish off my second beer and I'm already starting to feel more relaxed. What kind of gnarly stuff are they into? Apparently a lot of them like keeping tinies as pets. Ah, they're playing Pal World IRL. That doesn't sound awful. Now you, dude! There's being kind of on the submissive side, and then there's whatever you are. Free rent, free food, and all you gotta do is look cute. I can think of plenty of worse arrangements. How do you know this? There was a big scandal in the news a week ago. Some Class 4 got caught kidnapping a bunch of tinies and even a Class 1 giant as pets. Did she get in trouble? She was detained for a little bit, but she was free to go after some questioning. That's because the legal system is multi-tiered, and let me tell you, you know what? I'm not even getting into it. We're way too early into this episode. Get back to me in another 2 hours. Turns out all the tinies consented to living as her pets. They weren't trafficked at all, allegedly. Think it could have been a bad case of Stockholm Syndrome? Yu's cheeks are slowly getting flush. Her shoulders slowly grow relaxed. Her eyes start to get unfocused, too. Hard to say. People are into some weird stuff, but all the tinies seem happy and we're in real healthy shape. Yu takes another long swig of beer. But you want to have a pet, Tiny? You already kind of do. Yu cackles and tickles my stomach with her giant fingertip. Hey, Yu, stop! Nah, I don't wanna. Yu pins me down the counter. It doesn't hurt me. Even when inebriated, she knows her own strength. Thank God. I didn't know you had such interests. Well, you don't enjoy a little teasing. Yu casually rolls me side to side like a stick of lip balm. Despite the booze, my body starts to stiffen. No comment. Ah. Yu continues giggling and drinking while poking and prodding me with her finger. Getting back on topic, should I be taking any precautions? I don't want to get abducted. Keep your phone on you at all times. Anyone snatches you up on shift, I'll come rescue you. That's a relief. But if it's a Class 4 or Class 5? You're on your own there, buddy! Call Maya. You laughs her sliding your finger off me and resting her hand beside me. Fair enough. Call my landlady to save me then. Oh, nice. How tall is she? 52 meters. Psh, yeah, just call her if you're not on the clock. Nobody will be able to outrun a lady with 25-meter legs. She'd like me to introduce you to sometime. She's a great cook. Sounds great. I haven't been able to meet a fellow chef since moving here. Maybe she could help me out with the menu. If you try to do Maya's current event without having done Yuyu's, he'll comment that Yuyu's restaurant can't account for Class 5 giants, even though in our particular version of the story, she already has. So, whoops, continuity. But yeah, that's probably why. What's wrong with the menu? Can't quite put my finger on it. Feels like something's missing something. Something flashy, something cozy. Cozy, definitely. The ramen already tastes like home. Yeah, but you're the only one that described it like that. Most people can't describe food better than tasty or so good. Maybe some decor would help the place feel cozier. Good point. I don't have much decor at the moment. I was going for an Osaka izakaya aesthetic. Might have to change that. Don't you dare change that. Shut down the rest of my beer and beg you for another drop. I left my heart in Osaka, the people, the food. I love everything about that city. Don't you dare change it. Yu smiles and pours me another drop of beer. Glad you like my hometown so much. Still, Osaka doesn't feel like home to everybody. I gotta accommodate more people. Maybe have holiday-themed decorations. That could work. I could even get Sis to help with that. Are you sure she would help? In a heartbeat. She loves holiday decorations. When we were kids, she'd start putting up Christmas decorations in September. Oh, she would definitely run afoul of the Tomo Bros. We have opinions on that. See, the Thanksgiving Day treaty exists for good reason. You are allowed to put up Christmas decorations after Thanksgiving, not before. She skips Halloween? Not at all. She's putting up Halloween decorations in July. Okay, you're taking it too far, Fuko. That's cute. Sounds like her and Maya would get along fine. What does Maya usually cook? I misspoke, sorry. She mostly bakes, not cooks. Same difference. She mostly bakes pastries and pastas. Baking pasta? You don't get it. It's super good. She makes this baked ziti. It's basically lasagna with a super chunky meaty sauce and 5 layers of cheese. Yu's eyes focus on me at the mere mention of cheese, and her finger pins me to the ground once again. Her beer-soaked lips draw frightfully close to my ear. Listen to me, young man. I am talking directly into your ear now. Yes, thank you, Yu. I need you to do me a favor. You will do this for me. I need you to go to your landlady, and I need you to ask her for the baked ziti. If you come back empty-handed, you'll be in big trouble, mister. You will never see the light of day. Are we clear? I have never been more confused, scared, and aroused than I am right now. Yes, chef. Good. Yu giggles, causing the whole air around me to reek of beer before she pulls back and continues drinking more. I may have to do some research. I need to know if a baked ramen dish could work. That actually sounds pretty interesting, right? Imagine curry ramen, but thicker and more cheesy. That sounds really good, actually. Yu finishes after swimming another swimming pool's worth of beer for opening another. Her smile grows sillier by the second. What else does she bake? Yu beckons. Come on, give me the deets. She makes these cookies that Yu's eyes glimmer with an uncanny passion. Continue. They have everything in them. Nuts, chocolate, raisin, oatmeal, cranberries. It tastes salty but sweet at the same time. Now, yeah, give me this woman's number immediately. I wish to meet her. I actually meant to trip this a while ago, but I was just kind of in this long streak of not being able to talk with Yu. Probably because I just neglected it early on. It is kind of funny that it causes some continuity flubs like this if you're trying to make up for lost time later on. By the way, chef, I give her Maya's contact information. Excellent. Most excellent. Yu snaps her fingers. Got it. We needed a desert menu. I think you mean dessert menu, my good John Rakowin. Freshly baked treats straight from Maya. Yu hiccups. That's the missing ingredient. Do you think you... Psst. Yu's phone starts to ring. Yu sighs at her phone and lets it ring 2 times before picking up. She looks like she's dreading it. Hey sis, what's up? The microwave's making weird noises. What did you do to it? Are you sure you didn't leave a fork in there this time? This time? Yeah, I'll be home in a bit. Just let me lock up. Yes, I'll bring home some ramen. Yes, I love you too. Yu hangs up and sighs. That was fun. Yu stands up, picks me up, and puts me in her apron's breast pocket. It's far less comfy than Fuko's breast pocket, but I'm not complaining. Don't say that out loud. Alright, the after-ship party's over. Time to head home. Yu does one last sweep of the place and gets a bowl of ramen from the fridge before leaving the restaurant and locking up behind her. Yu starts walking to the city without saying a word. Her cheeks are flushed, but she isn't stumbling at all. Good. Last thing I'd want is for her to fall forward. There's no cushioning for either of us if she does that, bro! We're gonna get squashed like a bug if you keep talking like that. Where do you live? I'll drop you off before heading back. Thank you, chef. I gave you directions to my apartment. Yu bends down, plucks me from her pocket, and gently places me back into my apartment. There you are. You're going to be okay tonight. Are you? Yu sighs and closes her eyes. I'll be fine. Thanks for asking. See you next shift. Keep up the good work, all right? Will do. Thank you. Good night, chef. Yu stands upright and offers me a wry smile before leaving. Night, Naya. She waves goodbye before disappearing into the moonlight. Well, that was interesting. Ah, marvelous. Well, let's be a little extra paranoid because I don't need to lose any more time to non-events. I should go to work. Gacha games are expensive. Bro, break the habit. I say with a couple gacha games on my phone, but I mean, really, there are certain ones that are more ethical than others, let's be honest. Another day at Yugiri Ramen. Place is as hustling and bustling as ever. The customers have been more polite than usual, and we haven't had any drunkards over 5 p.m. either. Everything's going pretty decently so far, yet Yu doesn't look too good. She doesn't look or sound sick. She hasn't been coughing or sneezing. She doesn't look any sweatier than she usually does either, but something's off. She hasn't said anything besides orders. Normally she'd pepper little words of praise or criticism whenever we do something right or wrong. She's only been talking to customers today, and not with her customer service voice. No, that's not entirely accurate. Her voice is still very professional and cordial, but it seems like she's saying it out of obligation rather than genuine passion. It's all very disheartening. Something happened with Fuko? Is her lease getting more expensive? Are we getting kicked out? I look up at Yu and wave my arms. Chef, sit down and get some water. Chef! Yu keeps moving around the restaurant in a green blur. I don't know if she can't hear me or if she's ignoring me. Regardless, she almost dropped a cup. This is bad. She never drops anything. She never even comes close to dropping things. Something's wrong. I can feel it. Excuse me, can I get the check? Fellow Tiny raises his hand and beckons me over. Absolutely, just a sec. Take 2 steps towards the customer, only to be lifted off my feet. I look down to find my body engulfed in 4 soft, warm, giant fingers. Yu! Before I can call out Yu's name, a well-manicured thumb covers my mouth. I kick and bite with all my might, but nothing changes. The giant doesn't flinch or twitch in the slightest. It's like I barely even exist. The giant shoves me into her pocket and walks out the door. I soon find myself thrust into a jacket pocket. I can feel some loose change, a stick of lip balm, and some lint the size of my head bouncing around in here with every step. Oh no, I really am being tiny napped! The giant continues to walk at a normal pace, just as little sunlight pours into her pocket between her fingers. I'm not in her grasp anymore, but her hand remains wrist-deep in her pocket. Her fingers dangle over me like a ceiling spikes in an ancient booby-trapped tomb waiting to pierce me. Gotta call Yu. There's no way I can get out of here on my own. Quickly grab out my phone and call Yu. She picks up the one ring. Yo, what you need? We added an ingredient. I've been abducted. I hear Yu take 4 steps and the doorbell rings again from the other end of the line. Son of a bitch, where are you? Where is she? Giant wraps her hands around me and starts running fast. The island trembles under her feet. Tons upon tons of concrete bend and tear under the impact of each stride. Tiny soon crowd into alleyways to avoid being stepped on. So far she's made a right, and then another right. On it. What's this bitch look like? I hear the earth start to tremble behind me as well. Yu's already on her way. No idea. Her hands look tanned though, and her pocket looks like leopard print. I see her. Hey bitch, where are you going? The giant starts running faster and faster, with me now tight in her clutches once more. Fortunately, my arms are squeezed nice and tight to my chest, and my phone is right next to my face. Okay, good. The giant started running faster. You're after the right one. This music reminds me of like Turtles in Time or something. Glad to hear it. Just hang on. My sister jumps over something, pivots around another thing, and then climbs a third thing before resuming her sprint. I'm sure it would look very cool to everyone not trapped in a pocket. Crap! Naya, where'd you go? Going straight, just turn to left. Okay, give me a minute. I can hear you shouting in the distance, so that's good. We're not too far ahead. Just past the abductor's wrist, I noticed something familiar. It's a Yotenshi height mural. Bright, multicolored, features a bunch of legally distinct kaiju around the border. Yu, I just saw the Jotun height measuring mural. We're by there. By the what? You know, the wall in the park with all the colors that everyone takes photos by. The one modeled off the one in Osaka. Oh, that! I'll be right there. My abductor slows down and leans against something to catch her breath. Thank God I would vomit it if she ran another minute. Please, Yu, please, Yu, please, Yu, save me. I don't know where this lady's taking me. After catching her breath, my abductor turns right again and resumes running for half a minute until, boom! Her momentum comes to a screeching halt as she falls onto her back. Her upper body has been struck by something from the front. The impact hurts like a bitch, but fortunately, she kept her grip tight on me. Ha, ha. My abductor starts wheezing and heaving. Where is he? Yu's voice is now close to us. The upper half of my abductor's body is lifted off the ground. The rest of the abductor's body goes limp, but her arm lifts me out of her pocket and presents me to Yu. Yu yanks me out of the abductor's hand and snaps a picture of the abductor. Talk! What's your name? The abductor just gasps and continues to roll around in pain. Who do you work for? Why'd you steal my employee? The abductor just continues to groan and moan until a black ball the size of a car rolls out of her other pocket and engulfs the entire vicinity in a thick cloud of smoke. She's a ninja? Ninja giantess? Yu and I start coughing. Get back here! Yu stumbles forward, trying to pin the abductor under her foot, but she's nowhere to be found. With teary eyes, Yu continues stumbling forward while coughing up a storm until she leaves the smoke cloud. We find ourselves inside the park Ifumi and I always pass on the way to school. It's got some nice trees, vending machines, benches, and restaurants. Everything you need for a cute date or a 2 a.m. conversation that changes your life. Damn it! Pitch got away! Don't worry about it. We're both safe. That's all that matters. Yu glares down at me for a moment, collecting her breath and standing upright with me resting in her palm. True. You sure you're okay? Yeah, I'm fine. I've had worse. I lied. My back hurts like crazy. I'm nauseous as all hell, but I can't let her worry. That's good. Yu takes a deep breath for looking around. Let's head back to the shop. I'm sure everyone's worried. Yu stumbles forward, but catches herself before she can fall. She shakes her head and grimaces as she's desperately trying to stay awake. No, we need to take a break. You're in no condition to be working right now. Come on, the crew needs me. Yu plants her head against a wall and begins trudging back from whence she came. Her hand against the wall, not her head. Do you think your employees are bad? Of course not. Wouldn't hire them otherwise. Then let them take the reins. They can manage. What kind of boss lounges around while their employees bust their asses? Most of them? You've done so much. You're a good boss, but even good bosses need to take some time to collect themselves. Not me. Yu continues trudging forward. I'm better than the rest. I fall onto my butt and hold my knee. I breathe into my teeth and groan repeatedly. What's wrong? Are you hurt? I think I sprained something. Cough a few times to really ham it up. I think I got some lint in my throat. Her pocket was dusty as hell. Crap, can't I be coughing on my customers? He trudges over to a vending machine and lowers me to the tiny part of it. It's basically a normal-sized vending machine in the corner of a big vending machine. Thank you. Get myself a Bakari sweat and wait for Yu to pick me back up. Yu gazes longingly at the vending machine for a few moments, or sighing, and getting a Bakari sweat that's 4 times my height. She then picks me up, sits down on the bench beside the vending machine, and rests me on her big, meaty thigh. See, thick thighs not only save lives, they are also can be measured in how many kittens they can support. Therefore, big thighs are good. We both drink in silence, enjoying how quiet the afternoon is. The sun should start setting in about half an hour. After only a minute, Yu has already finished her Bakari sweat and gets up to get another. I thought you were fine. Yu just makes a low groan, gets another drink, and quickly returns to her seat with me on her lap. You know, you don't realize how tired you are until you slow down? That happened. Ah, good. Good? Yes, good. Stay sitting down. I pat her thigh and feel it wobble underneath me. Hell yeah. You need to rest. Yu doesn't protest. She just takes another sip of her drink for looking up at the tree in the park. That means I'm right. Did that woman say anything to you? Nope. Do you recognize her? No. Do you? Nah. Yu takes another swig of Bakari. I'm definitely adding her to the banned customer wall. We have one of those? We do now! Thanks. Least I can do. Yu and I fall silent once again. It's so nice out right now. Makes me wish we didn't have to go back to the restaurant. Maybe we can play hooky. Just this once. It'll be good for her. Hey, Yu. She says nothing. Yu. I look at Yu with her chin resting on her collarbone. She looks so peaceful. Yu? I can't resist pat her thigh again. You okay? Now yeah, give me 20 minutes. Yes, chef. Just gotta find a way to pass the time. Bro. I don't know why I'm even surprised by you anymore. You know, I do kind of want to see if we can learn anything about that hair, because I mean, she's more hair than woman, if you want to be perfectly fair. I'm taking a look at Yu's ponytail. Yu's long, plump, thick ponytail. It's bigger and more menacing than the Tower of Babel, but as smooth and soft as silk. I walk on over just to run my hands through it. It's somewhat ticklish, but I can't stop admiring it. While Fuko's mane is an unkempt forest, Yu's reminds me more of a rolling green hill teeming with lush grass, the kind that blows and wavers in the wind over a boundless horizon. She must go through a lake's worth of shampoo in a day. Don't even know you maintain this much hair this well, but I'm not complaining. Okay, I forgot where I said it, but I said it in another game. I'll say it again. Long hair on women is always better. If a woman looks good with short hair, then she is already pretty, and she would look better with longer hair. That is simply a law of the universe. I'm not here to write them. I just tells you the truth. She has the longest hair of anyone I've ever seen, giant or otherwise. I wonder why she keeps it so long. Should we ask? Yu's hands rest over her lap and are still clutching a giant bottle of Bakari Sweat. Fuko's hands are pale and chubby. Maya's are massive and tan. Jun's are rock solid and covered with bandages. Ifumi's are silky smooth and manicured with adorable but functional nails. Yu's hands are blue collar, covered with calluses, small cuts, and old burn marks. Their hands may be tough and hard, but her grip is as gentle as they come. The working class hands for a working class girl. Alright, now yeah, I'll let you indulge yourself. Everything else about Yu may be giant. Her hips, her hair, her height. Her chest remains almost concave. Don't be mean. Fuko got all the boobage. Makes you wonder how that happened. Is that just due to Fuko's diet? Did Fuko just luck out with genetics? It could be either of those, and other things too. I almost want to know how busty Mama Yugiri was now. Maybe her apron is just hiding her real boobs. Maybe she's just keeping them compressed with something to keep them from getting in the way of work. No, that's wishful thinking. That doesn't happen in real life. Just looking at Yu's apron. Yeah, she's just flat. I wonder if she has a complex about that. Did you ever get jealous of Fuko's boobs? Did you ever grow Fuko out of... Yes, you've seen it happen a couple times now, actually. Why's boob envy so exciting? Calm down, little man. Regardless, Yu doesn't seem the type of girl to worry about stuff like that, but it'd be real cute if she was. And now the main event. Yu's thighs. What she lacks in the chest, she more than makes up for below the belt. Yu's thighs, hips, and ass are absolutely heavenly. They're so large and plump they almost don't look like they belong on her. She's not a pear, she's a light bulb. Okay. It's a real thing. It's actually there's a condition. I forget what it's called, but it actually causes the axe handle effect, where basically they can be like almost borderline normal, like waist up. They'll just have enormous hips. And yeah, they'll end up like gourd-shaped rather than pear-shaped. I mean, she hasn't had a wardrobe malfunction yet. I mean, splitting the seam of her pants. Or shorts that they're struggling just to sit. Are they shorts? I'd always kind of thought she was wearing khakis or slacks or something. Alright, shorts. Her giant meaty thighs rub and slap together with every step she takes, which you have been lovingly admiring, apparently. I'm, what, 30-odd minutes into this? It's fine. I've actually walked in on her putting lotion on her thighs for shifts sometimes to keep them from chafing. It's honestly mesmerizing just watching her move with such speed and grace despite her massive dumpy. Bro, come on. Be nice. Doesn't look flabby or saggy in the slightest either. That's the right mix of muscle and softness. Perky yet plump. I wonder if she ever hits the gym, or if she's just stoned from being on her feet all day. Could be either. The part of the reason humans have, like, butts in the first place is because the glutes are relatively large muscles that have a lot of control over the support of the legs and the back. Still, no amount of training gives you village-bearing hips like those. Even though I'm casually bouncing up and down Yu's thighs if it were a giant waterbed. I could probably use her butt as a trampoline, too, but she'd kill me. Yeah, she would. Still, might be worth it. After admiring Yu, I finish off my drink and check my phone. 20 minutes have passed. Hey, Yu. I've had her thigh. Nap time's over. Time to wake up. Yu remains fast asleep with a serene smile on her face. Yu. Bounce up and down on her thigh. She's still fast asleep. Yu. I jump up, do a flip, and ground pound on her thigh. What are you, Super Mario? It's time to wake up. The impact stirs Yu a little bit. Mostly just makes her lap wobble. Meh. Yu shakes her head a little. 5 more minutes. Okay. Let's give her 5. I decided to give you 5 more minutes. Poor girl really needs it. Like, I feel bad. Like, here's the thing. Like, I keep talking about it, but entrepreneurship is hard. It is extremely hard. There's a million hurdles and bars to entry. There is enormous overregulation. I would actually argue that the United States is not even a free market economy because the economy is so over-regulated. And people who are trying to make it, the mom and pop shops, are constantly screwed over because these giant monopolies basically get to pay off the politicians who are already in bed with the giant monopolies anyway. They get what they want, and then the little guy is hosed. It does make it worse and worse and worse. And in terms of restaurants, it's terrible. Restaurants have extremely razor-thin margins. The only big markup is alcohol sales. And then on top of that, they're taxed and regulated to death. There's like 3 massive government bodies that oversee restaurants in the United States, let alone how many Jotun must have, because it would have the regulatory bodies of the United States and Japan. Like, there would be so much bureaucracy, and Yu would be the only one having to confront it because she's the owner. They put all the burden and responsibility on her, and if her firm fails, she doesn't get paid. Like, basically, by law, she would have to have the reserves on hand to pay employees, if she indeed had employees who were being paid. I mean, like, volunteers and stuff don't count, but, like, it puts all the burden and stress on her, so, like, no wonder she's exhausted. Like, I genuinely feel for her. Yu Serene's smile sours a little, but she's still smiling. I whisper, Yu, are you okay? Mom. Her voice cracks, and my heart sinks into my stomach. She hasn't been asleep for half an hour, and she's already dreaming about her mom. Poor girl. I continue monitoring her, and thankfully her dreams don't get any worse. She only calls out for Mom for half a minute before her serene smile returns. Soon enough, 5 minutes pass, and I wake Yu by pile driving her inner thigh. All right, Yu, time to wake up. Yu yawns and stretches her arms over her head. She smiles down at me and gently pats my head with her fingertip. So it's completely reborn, with all her sins and worries washed away. Morning now, yeah. What time is it? 25 minutes since you fell asleep. What do you mean 25 minutes? I told you 20 minutes! Yeah, then you told me 5 more minutes. Yu says nothing, just stuffs me in her breast pocket, starts marching back to the restaurant. Are you mad at me? Why didn't you wake me up at 20 minutes? Because you told me to give you 5 more minutes. Was I supposed to disobey you, chef? Small surprise smile spreads across Yu's lips. No, thank you. She yawns again, because I really needed those 5 minutes. Happy to help. I feel more empathetic and a bit closer to Yu now. Continuing our trek back to the restaurant, unmolested by any more abductors. Chef, I would like to make a proposition. What may that be? We need to hang out outside of work. Why? You need a break. You need to do something fun and treat yourself. Yu just sighs. She knows there's no point in denying that after sleeping on the job. Alright, what'd you have in mind? How about coming over to Maya's place and trying out new recipes and over some wine and cheese? Sounds nice. Count me in. Alright, it's a date. Just need to check when Maya's available. Yu and I return to the restaurant and finish a shift off without any further incidents. Never underestimate the power of a good nap. That is true facts, actually. Okay. So... let's continue training empathy, which is going to be our next major goal. No one's interested in having a chat with us. Let's take Saturday easy. So you should probably go ahead and rest. I feel like once it starts getting below 70 HP, it becomes really troublesome. Should I talk to my parents? Yeah, let's talk to our parents. Why not? Good morning, Nalia. How's it going with the ladies? Why are you always asking about that? Because I want grandchildren. The house has gotten so quiet with you and your sister gone. Why didn't you and Dad go on vacation somewhere? We can't. Zoe's so old, it wouldn't be fair to kennel her. If she died while we were out, I'd never be able to forgive myself. Understandable. So how many grandkids can I expect? I don't know. Aren't I a little young to be thinking about that kind of stuff anyway? Not necessarily. Your father was a father when he was your age. I see. Maybe I should stop pestering your sister for grandkids instead, Mom grumbles. I knew I should have introduced you to that senpai back in high school. Excuse me? Do you remember that senpai on the volleyball team? I knew like 5 people in high school. The one with the ponytail always had the red scrunchie in her hair. She was the Okinawan, right? Yeah, her, Karumi. She had the hots for you all throughout high school. She kept coming to my office asking how you were doing and if you were single. I feel a vein grow on my forehead. You're only telling me this now because... Mom laughs. Honey, you weren't ready for her. That wasn't your decision to make. You would have been a grandma by now if you introduced me to her. Really? Yes, she was totally my type. I hear something break in the background of Mom's call. She's happily married now and a lawyer, so I slam my head against the wall. Do you realize how much you've messed with this timeline? You have permanently altered the trajectory of my life. Well, yes, but would you have moved to Jotun if you settled down to Kurumi? My body relaxes as I think about all the memories I've made here so far. I guess not, but that depends on if Kurumi's a giant. She's not. How do you know that? Oh, we had lunch last week just to catch up. You meet your former students for lunch? Oh yeah, all the time. That's how I met your dad after... What? I need context, Mother. I'm sorry, what? Right, gotta go, Zoe's been a mess again, bye-bye. Oh no. Oh no. This is how Naoya discovers that there is a massive age gap between, you know, Shoda-kun, the father, and his mom. Mom hangs up. I learned a lot today, perhaps more than I would have liked, but I feel better and more empathetic for some reason. Hey, that's great. Empathy is literally the one stat I still need to train. No one. No one wants to be my friend. Yeah, as we approach 60, it starts getting worse. Wow, literally no one has any interest. Okay, I will jump ahead till something exciting happens. Something exciting's about to happen. I should check on Maya. She hasn't contacted me in a while. No texts laughing at decades-old memes, no messages asking how my day was. She hasn't even sent me a rent notice. That definitely means something's wrong. I need to give her a call. Ring, 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 ring. Hello, Naya, how can I help you? She doesn't sound hurt or upset, but she sounds much more professional than she usually does. Is she trying to distance herself from me? Oh, I just wanted to make sure you were okay. Haven't heard from you in a while and was starting to get worried. Thank you, Naya. I swear I can hear her smile on the other end of the line. I've been fine. I've just been trying to sort things out. Business things or personal things? Bit of both. Are they sorted out? For the most part. That's good to hear. Would you like to have dinner tonight? I'm not really in the mood to cook tonight. Growl. Sounds like your stomach is, though. I know, nothing sounds good, though, but I feel like I can eat an entire town. I need something filling, something cheap, too. Ramen sounds perfect. Only problem is I don't think Yu's place can accommodate Class 5 giants yet. I know just the thing. Have you heard of Yugiri Ramen? It's a place run by your classmate, right? Indeed. Have you been there yet? No, the location isn't big enough to accommodate me. I'm sure Yu can make some arrangements. She owes me a favor. I need to pick a good time to go. Sometime just after the dinner rush. I want to meet there at 8 tonight. Sounds good. See you there. Oh, and thanks for checking up on me. Don't worry about it. Least I can do. Ciao. Ciao. Take a short nap, get myself dressed up nice and proper, and head on over to Yugiri Ramen. Now waiting outside Yugiri Ramen, and it looks fairly quiet. Parking lot's mostly empty. Sounds like there's barely anybody inside, too. Maya's nowhere to be found. She's already 5 minutes late. In all fairness, so am I. But I'm small. She has 30-meter-long legs. She has no excuse. I'll wait outside for 5 minutes more before going inside. What could have happened to her? Did she get hit with some paperwork? Did she have to resolve a tenant dispute? Usually on time for everything. Regardless of what happened, I just hope she's okay. 5 minutes pass and Maya's still nowhere to be seen. Better call. She's not picking up. I need to head back home to check up on. Giant footsteps approach me, and they're getting louder and closer by the second. I turn to the right and see Maya bouncing down the street toward me. After just 5 more steps, she stands tall, right in front of me. I don't think Maya can stand anything but tall. She scoops me up and pulls me in to get another big hug. Thanks for waiting. I'm so sorry I was late. You're fine. Maya's tight grip and soft chest nearly smothers me. But in a fun way. Why were you late, though? I had to empty the girls out really badly. My caresses the back of my head. Took a little longer than I expected. Hope I didn't keep you up for too long. No, you're fine. You needed help getting milk. You could have given me a call. Good grief. Maya giggles and gently pats the back of my head. Don't be silly. You're so tiny. What could you have done to help? Emotional support? Sure. Maya eventually releases me from her boob prison and puts me up on her shoulder and looks at Yugiri Ramen. How the heck am I supposed to get in there? Looks like even Class 4 giants have trouble fitting in there. Don't worry about that. I'll help you. What's up, Naya? Could you come outside? I got a customer who wants to spend a lot of money to... Yu appears in front of us before I can finish my sentence. I barely even saw the front door open. Irashai, how can I help you find folks this evening? Maya waves down. I remember you, Maya, right? Let me jump and pat Maya's cheek, which is, like, really funny because, like, I have screwed the continuity so hard by not engaging with Yu earlier. like, we've already, like, established that everyone's friends at this point, and now they're acting like they just met for the first time. It's like, I ruined everything. I'm so sorry, John Rackwin. This lovely lady needs a bunch of ramen and a bunch of beer tonight. Think there's a way you could fit her in? Literally. Yu looks at Maya, then looks at her restaurant door. It's pretty slow right now. You should be able to fit in just fine. Yu opens the door as wide as she can. Might be a bit of a tight squeeze, though. Don't worry about that. I like being squeezed. Yu puts me inside Yu's hands. Here, hold this. Maya bends down and tries to crawl through the doorway, only for her boobs to press against the door frame. I mean, Maya is a prodigiously proportioned woman, to be fair. No, that won't do. Maya turns sideways, bends her knees, and crab walks through the doorway. I did it! Great, now please don't try to stand up straight. I just had to get the roof repaired last week. Okie dokie. Maya sits down and takes up a fifth of the restaurant all by herself. Thanks for hosting her tonight. She's been kind of down lately. Yu pats me on the head. Don't worry about that. It's what hospitality is all about. Yu heads inside, puts me on the counter right in front of Maya, and takes our orders. What'll it be? Do you have any Sapporo? Damn right I do. Bottle or tap? Yu proudly pats a lever behind her. Tap, please. You got it. Yu pours Maya a giant glass of beer and me a tiny glass of beer. Despite the difference in size, both glasses look deliciously frothy and golden. I don't even really like beer, but just looking at this is making me thirsty. I'm actually with Naoya on this. I am really sensitive to bitter tastes, so I don't actually drink. It's not my jam. Dutaku once had me try this hard orange soda, but it literally just tasted like orange soda, so I was like, if I wanted this, I would just get orange soda at 1/3 the cost. First one's on the house. Yu winks at me. Thank you, Yu. Maya presses the glass to her lips and chugs half the glass in one gulp. Ho! Maya slams the glass down the bar with a foam mustache. Tastes just like it does back home. I really needed that. Glad to hear it. Yu takes out a pen and notepad from her apron. Now, what would you like with it? Potato wedges, nachos, edamame. All three sound great. Give me a chashu ramen with extra noodles and extra pork, please. Yes, ma'am. We'll have that right out for you. Yu disappears deep into the kitchen. Maya takes another sip of her beer for looking down at me. Don't just stand there. Come on, sit. Maya pushes me under her bust. Take a load off. Her bust is as warm as it is soft. Despite its softness, it offers an uncanny amount of support. I mean, it's still solid, you know? What do you think of the beer? Haven't drank any of it yet. Why not? You're a history nerd, aren't you? Yes, but I don't see what this has to do with beer. Beer is as old as civilization itself. If dogs are man's best friend, beer is man's best drink. I mean, kind of true. If you look at it from a historical standpoint, from the ancient river valley civilizations, you had those that became rice cultures, and those that became wheat cultures and grain cultures, and those that became grain cultures ended up developing things like beer and whiskey, which I want to say is a corn derivative. As you saw wine in places with vineyards, or in the case of rice wine, you would also see that alcohol came to be not long after agriculture, so... We as a species have been drinking beer this long for a reason, if you say so. I wince, so I put the glass to my lips and start downing the beer. Huh. What do you think? Delectable, isn't it? It's weird. Tastes like liquid bread. Well, duh, it's basically what beer is. Allegedly. Once again, it's not really for me. Not in a bad way. Let's take another sip. Sips tastes better than the last, but only marginally. Flavor's a lot more subtle and refined than I thought it would be. Usually can't stand the taste of beer, but this one tastes different. That's the Sapporo magic, baby. Maya takes another hearty swig of beer. I'll have to take your word for it, Maya. Everything tastes better there. The curry, the ice cream, the beer. Maya wobbles side to side, causing me to shake a little. The women. I'll take your word on that. Now, yeah, sometimes we're like one brain cell, two bodies, right? I take another sip of beer, and sure enough, this sip tastes better than the last one as well. It's not because I'm already drunk. I'm not a lightweight, and this beer is only 6% alcohol. What a strange concoction. I don't know how to feel about this drink. Do you like it at least? I do. I just can't put my finger on why. Maybe you're just not mature enough for a drink like this. Maybe one of these cheap bottled beers would do better for you. Hey! You barks from inside the kitchen. Don't insult bottled beer. Enjoy your cheap beer once you can. Once you hit 40, all cheap beer starts tasting like piss. Yeah, sure. It already does, Maya. All of it. Yu returns a few minutes later with a platter of sides and 2 big bowls of ramen. Itadakimasu. Itadakimasu. Maya starts slurping up her noodles as Yu starts pouring herself a beer. Hey, what are you doing? I thought you never drank on the job. It's a slow night. One drink won't hurt. Maya slides over her empty beer glass while continuing to slurp down noodles. Want some more? Maya fervently nods. Yu chuckles. You got it. Another Sapporo coming right up. Yu pours Maya another tall glass of beer and slides it over to her. What do you think? Maya pries her mouth away from the bowl and chugs half the new glass down in one gulp. It's sublime. I feel reborn. Maya shovels a fistful of potato wedges into her mouth. Glad you like it. Yu smiles for slurping up some of her own ramen. I was happy to have a new customer. Maya nods fervently. Might come back here for lunch tomorrow. This is the best ramen I ever had. Yu smiles contentedly and snacks on some edamame. Maya, having luck with that dating app? Maya takes a deep swig of beer before answering. Not exactly. That doesn't sound like a no, Yu grins. Come on, let it all out. We've all had bad dates. Maya pulls out her phone, opens the app, and shows us her match list. She's matched with at least 100 men. Whoa! What do you mean you aren't having any luck? You're drowning in potential suitors. This is actually a real thing. Like, they did actual research on across several different dating apps, and, like, women basically match with, like, every guy on the app, and then guys match with, like, I think it was, like, sub 8%. Yeah, and most of the dudes look pretty respectable. My classmates would kill for attention like this. Have you gone out with any of them? No. Have you messaged any of them? Maya just shakes her head. Did they all send you weird DMs? Oh no, I haven't received a single weird message. In fact, all the ones who have messaged me have been incredibly polite. I just don't know what to say back to them. Could be anything. Could be asking about their hobbies. Hell, could just be asking them about their day. Dudes love that. You serious? Yeah, you'd be surprised how easy dudes are to please. Just be nice to them. Literally, just be nice to them. You'd be amazed how many people fail at this task. Good to know. Yu slips up more noodles and downs some beer. Maya downs some right alongside her. I give in to peer pressure and drink some beer alongside them. Hee. More like beer pressure. That is such a dumb pun. I love it. Oh, got him. I don't know if it's the atmosphere, it's because I'm lying on Maya's belly, but this beer is starting to taste really good. It's another reason why I haven't gone out with any of them, isn't there? Maya puts her beer down, licks the foam off her lips, and sighs. Yes. She scrolls to her For You tab and points to a profile of an older gentleman. He's got salt and pepper hair, a well-groomed beard, and stunning blue eyes. Looks like a guy who would star in an expensive vodka commercial. I found my ex-hubby on here. Yu's eyes widen and she resumes drinking beer. Didn't you say he divorced you because you were too tall for him? Mm-hmm. Now he has a profile on a dating app specifically for men looking for giant women. Mm-hmm. Maya tears into an edamame pod and starts licking the salt off of it. Yu puts her beer down and wipes her forearm. Now, we don't know for sure if that's her husband. Could be a catfish account for all we know. That's what I thought at first, and I clicked the links to his other social media accounts on his profile. Yu winces and breathes through her teeth. Oh no. Yeah, he's apparently having a great time. Sipping wine on the beach with women half his age. Going gambling trips to Macau. Did he ever post anything about you? Nope, and I looked for a long, long time. Oh no. We've reached the phase where she's, realizing that she was far more emotionally invested in this than he ever was. Is that why you've been radio silent? You spent the past few weeks stalking your ex's social media. Maya just nods and finishes her second beer. Refill, please. On it. Yu refills Maya's beer without hesitation. Thank you. Maya brings a fresh glass to her lips and almost downs the whole thing in one gulp. Hey, hey, hey! Yu grabs Maya's arm and pulls the beer away from her lips. Slow down! I don't want my customers blacking out. Maya narrows her eyes, but relents. My apologies. Maya puts the beer down and eats some more of the ramen for snacking on more potato wedges. Did you learn anything from checking his socials? Does he seem to be having a ton of fun without me? Especially with class 1s and 2s. Yu and I both glanced at each other. Neither of us knows what to say. So there should be no problem jumping back into the dating game now then. There shouldn't be. Maya sighs for taking another sip of beer. I still love him, damn it. I don't want to, I really shouldn't, yet I can't help myself. We were supposed to be together forever. I should be the one sipping margaritas on the beach with him. He always promised me he'd take me to Macau, but he never did. Maya snags the last potato wedge. Am I getting us more wedges? Not at all. Yu still looks petrified. Yu turns towards the kitchen and barks some orders. I need more wedges on the double. Yes, chef. Some karaage. And karaage. On it, chef. Thank you. Don't mention it. Three of us finish off our beers and Yu pours us some more. Maya's face is starting to glow a little bit. Yu's still sober, for now at least. I give it 20 minutes till she starts complaining about operating costs and income taxes. That's something that they could bond over. What's the plan? Are you going to DM him? Are you going to crash one of his little dates? Maya starts licking the salt off another edamame pod. I want to, but I also don't want to. Does that make sense? Yu nods. I get it. Relationship stuff is weird. You gotta do something. Stalking him online isn't gonna make you feel better. I know. Maya resumes nursing her beer. At this point, I wish I could just drink a potion to forget about him. Okay, so, jumping back in the dating pool isn't working out. We need to get you a hobby. I do have hobbies. Like what? Baking, collecting old movies. Oh, and there's been really into iceberg videos lately. Iceberg videos? Had no idea people still made those. Why are you watching iceberg videos? It's nice hearing people talk about things they like and dislike. I'm learning about things I would never have otherwise. Old theme parks, exotic beverages, internet criminals. It's fascinating. I'll be honest. I do the same thing. Like, I'll just watch stuff that has no bearing on my day-to-day life, but I'm just fascinated to learn something new because it's an opportunity to learn something new. You know, am I the only one? Go to the comments and you let me know. True, but those aren't social hobbies. We need to get you a social hobby. Like what? Sport, book club, part-time work. Of these options, it feels like book club makes the most sense for Maya. Let's go with that. Maybe you can join a book club. Yeah. Maya glares at you like she's trying to make her explode with her mind. Experienced women usually join book clubs, right? I'd love to. There's nobody that reads the books I want to read. What do you usually read? 20th century erotica. Oh, Maya. Stories from a simpler time, just before the mass adoption of the internet. Times where a man would stand outside his lover's window and blast a boombox to get her attention. Back when people still wrote letters to each other. You takes another sip of beer. Is there a particular decade of the 20th century you really like? Maya cups her cheeks. The 1990s? That's so oddly specific. Why that decade? It's so earnest. The clothes are gaudy yet simple. Charming yet ugly. The music is nostalgic to me despite not being alive for them. That's unfortunate. Listening to a love ballad from the 90s to reminisce on memories I never had. The memories were... the 90s... Memories aside, Maya, the 90s were a terrible decade, full of mostly garbage. The entire punk movement ruined American music forever, and the only good things during that era was anime and country music. Fight me, Scurbs. Jeez, you sound like my sister. In a good way? Of course. You slurps up some more noodles. She loves stuff from the 90s, too. If you give her anything from that era, she'll hoard it like a dragon. Clothes, toys, media, doesn't matter how good it is, she'll love it. Is the 90s her favorite decade? I think the 1980s is her favorite, but just barely. I mean, better. You at least had way better music, I'll tell you that. Maya serves up some more noodles and giggles. What about you, Naoya? What do you think of the 20th century? It's interesting, to say the least. Started with empires and ended with reality television. Politics, technology, and societies evolved so rapidly in a short 100 years. Perhaps a bit too quickly. I feel like since the 1900s, humans haven't kept up with our technology. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? A bit of both. I like not having to worry about polio and smallpox. But I feel like social media has done as much damage as those diseases. Amen, brother. I know what you mean. Yu rubs her temple. I catch at least one employee on her phone every shift, Hikari. Yu turns to the back of the house. I'm not on my phone, chef. What are you doing then? Making more potato wedges, chef? Yu raises her nose and sniffs. Very good. She turns back to us with a satisfied smile. I feel the same way. I'm very conflicted. On one hand, I don't like how there's computers and everything nowadays. Heck, I had to get a software update for my shoes last week. Maybe that's a necessity for giants? I don't know what to say about that. If it weren't for modern tech, Jotun Shi wouldn't exist. No giant food, no giant clothes, and you're wandering the countryside all naked. I'm sorry, what? Why do your shoes have software update? Okay, now I got caught on that too. Not all the shoes had software. Not mine. Mine either. What was the software update even for? Maya slurps up some noodles. I think it had something to do with a pedometer update. It's supposed to tell me if any tiny snuck into my house? Does that happen a lot? Apparently so. Yeah, one of my employees caught some creep trying to sneak into her shoes. Started storing her shoes on a high shelf after that. Where I live, you want to do that because of the scorpions, but okay. Well, wish I didn't learn that. Okay, we might have to go through everything then. Well, how about a sport? You should get into a sport. A bunch of local teams, I'm sure, would love to have another member. Yeah, I got some classmates who would love another gal on their volleyball team. Got that. Wouldn't I be too big? Shoot. Crap, completely forgot. There's a height class for giantess sports, isn't there? Yep, I consider getting back into volleyball or swimming. But it wouldn't be fair if I competed anywhere. I'd win almost anything just for my size alone. Fair point. I mean, yeah, playing volleyball against someone as big as Maya is basically just like trying to play against a wall. Wait, you used to love swimming and volleyball? Maya nods. Yep, it's on the swim team in junior high and volleyball in high school and college. Why'd you switch from swim to volleyball? My boobies came in. Maya proudly pats her chest, making her breast wobble. They created a bit too much resistance for me to compete reliably. The corner of Yu's eye twitches. What about you two? Did either of you do any sports when you were younger? I did gymnastics in elementary and middle school. Very neat. What made you stop? I got real focus on cooking. I'm still plenty flexible, though. I can do all my old routines, no problem. Wow, it's so cool. Can you do a backflip? I can, but not in the store. Don't want to cause any tremors or risk hitting any customers. Understandable. With hair like that, yeah, she basically hit them like Shantae. Understandable. Can I still see you do something? Yu chuckles. Sure, why not? He stands up, rolls her neck, grabs her leg, and lifts it up and behind her head with relative ease. Damn! That's so impressive! Maya starts gently clapping. Thank you, thank you. Yu maintains her incredible posture without any trembling or fidgeting. Her core and leg control must be insane. You'll be able to give birth super easily like that. Heh, good to know. Yu maintains her stance. What about you, Naya? You ever play some sports? Played a little bit of everything. Played American football, soccer, track, field, baseball, and basketball in elementary and middle school. Then did Taekwondo for the first half of high school. That's so much. I thought you didn't like sports. Oh, no, I do. I like playing them. I just don't care about watching them. Understandable. Did you find a local team to play American football with, or did you just play it with friends? Nah, my school played American football for PE class in September and October. Ooh, that's neat. Yeah, it's co-ed, too. What? Why was it co-ed? My school was really small. We didn't have enough kids to have 2 separate PE classes. So the teachers just let the boys tackle the girls? Well, yeah, that's how you play American football. How barbaric! Nah, it was fine. The 2 teams had equal amounts of boys and girls. Interesting. Were the girls able to keep up? Depends on who was on what team that day. Some boys wouldn't dare tackle a lady, so others had no problem with it. The strategy was just pass the ball to a girl if she was being guarded by a shy boy. Which one were you? I tackled them every chance I could. No, yeah, I thought you were a gentleman. I believe in gender equality. Don't ask for egalitarianism if you can't handle it. If women tackle me, I'm gonna tackle them right back. Any girls tackle you? Only Hifumi, except for the one time. Another girl tackled me before I could get a touchdown. Hifumi had a little talk with her after the game. No other girl tackled me after that. My slurps up some noodles. On second thought, I wish my school sports were co-ed too. Why, that sounds like a horrible idea. Think about it. A bunch of hormone-crazy youngsters working up a good sweat, getting fit together, observing each other's bodies, bonding, sneaking in little gropes and hugs during contact sports. Sounds fun. Oh yeah, the boys took advantage of that all the time. Including you? Of course not. Mostly. You use eyes and arrow as she starts licking an edamame pod. What do you mean, mostly? So... I chugged down the rest of my beer. Why am I willing to talk about this? All the boys were way faster than the girls. So, for long runs, the boys would keep running around the lap just to run next to the girls that didn't finish yet. That sounds nice. It's always nice to have company during a long run. The boys just ran next to the busty girls. My on Yu sighed and laugh in tandem. Jeez, typical boy. Yu slurps up more noodles. Oh, that's why everyone wanted to be my running buddy in high school. Moving on from that, what got you into Taekwondo during high school? Dojo opened by my house, and I thought the owner's daughter looked cute in a gi. Maya and Yu laugh in unison. Was she any good at sparring? Lol, no. She was good at dodging, but she couldn't take a hit to save her life. What do you mean? Every time we spar, she'd be dodging all around like crazy and kicking me in every direction. I get one punch in and she cries wolf to her dad, saying that I was cheating. That bitch, did you get in trouble? I just got banned from punching. Didn't stop me from kicking her. I pushed her off her feet with a clean push kick one time and sent her rolling across the mat. Felt so good. No, yeah, I never knew you enjoyed hitting women. I only enjoy it if they deserve it. Yu and Maya laugh. That's pretty messed up. Yu says with a big smile. But I get it. Yu nods for taking a big sip of beer. Sometimes they gotta be put in their place. Yu turns back to the back of the house. Isn't that right, Hikari? I'm cleaning out the fridge like you asked, Chef. Good girl. Yu puts her glass back on the table. When did you stop doing Taekwondo? Did the owner get you for hitting his daughter? No, the place shut down. They weren't getting enough students, apparently. Damn, that sucks. I hate seeing family-owned businesses die. Yeah, me too. Did you actually like Taekwondo, or did you just want an excuse to kick women? You and I laugh. I genuinely enjoy martial arts. Unlike other sports, the matches are short, sweet, and constantly changing. It's like a fighting game, but in real life. Learn your opponent's habits, use some mind games, and whiff punish them to hell. Nothing more satisfying. I get it. I've been thinking about asking June to teach me some judo moves. Any reason why judo in particular? Throwing people sounds fun? You use eyes narrow at me, especially when they're small. Want to spar sometime? Been looking for a challenge. You laughs. You're on. You puts her index and middle fingers on the table in front of me. Square up. Not now. Maya swats Yu's hand away. Tonight is for eating, not for sparring. My apologies. Yu sits back down and resumes eating with us. Part-time work. Maybe you could get a part-time job. Why a job? Money's not an issue for me. Job gets you out of the house and forces you to meet new people. Naga's right. Yu nods and eats a mame pod sticking out of her mouth. Jobs are good for the body and the soul. Gives you a schedule, a sense of purpose, and a community. 3 things that all humans need. Maya slurps up some noodles. You make a good point. What if my coworkers are weird? That makes it better. Weird coworkers are the best. Coworkers really do make or break your environment. Yu narrows her eyes. What are you insinuating? Oh no, everyone here is great. I just used to work at a sandwich cafe in high school and met some real weirdos. Were they at least nice? Pfft, no, they were assholes. One of them was a year younger than me and was already a mom. Maya and Yu both wince. How old was the kid? 4. That's too old. That's way too old. Did the baby have a good home at least? Good-ish. Mom didn't know who the dad was. Yu and Maya sigh simultaneously. Mom spent most of her paycheck on booze. No. The mom's mom spent most of the time taking care of the baby, and the mom seemed nice whenever she came into the store. That's good, at least. The mom was complaining that her kid liked grandma more than her. Aw, why? The mom sounds so nice. Do you have any other eccentric coworkers? My shift manager kept asking the teen mom to go out with them. How old was the shift manager? 27 at the time. That's too old. That's way too old. Yeah, the location owner caught wind of it and made all the employees undergo sexual harassment training. Did it work? Nope. He still kept chasing Mama-chan. You and Maya groan. He got fired. Good. Maya serves up more noodles. Then the new shift manager started grabbing my ass on the clock on her 5th shift. Damn it! He sipped some beer. Nah, she was cute. It was fine. How old was she? She was 18. I was 15. Maya narrows her eyes and hums. I'll allow it. Was she nice at least? Yeah, until she wasn't. We went out a few times, but she showed up high off her ass on every date. You looks tired. Very, very tired. Did you ever show up to work under the influence? Probably. She showed up late for work sometimes because she was too busy making out with her boyfriend of the week in the parking lot. Was anyone at this shop decent? The owner was nice. He said he wished he could clone me and staff the store with only my clones. I can see why. Yu ruffles my hair with her finger. You're a damn fine worker. I lean into Yu's finger. My coworkers are going to be like that. I don't think I want a part-time job. Alright, I was trying to convince her to get a job. Mission failed. Yu and I keep thinking ways to get Maya to meet more people, but we're stumped. You think and think, but no ideas come. Fresh plates of potato wedges and kara age slide into the counter behind Yu. Order up. Good work. Yu slides the hot appetizers onto the bar. Maya immediately pops a piece of kara age into her mouth with a satisfying crunch. Hot. Maya fans her mouth a little before washing it down with beer. Delicious. Borp. Maya covers her mouth. Excuse me. Don't worry about it. Borp. Let's out an impressive belch as well. Maybe it's just the lighting, but Yu and Maya are both starting to glow. Their eyes are halfway closed, their posture is wobbly, and they've been smiling constantly the past few minutes. Your beer's looking a little low. Let me get you a refill. Thank you kindly. Yu refills all 3 of our beers and sets full glasses back on the table moments later. Kanpai! 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 We do a quick toast before downing more beer. Maya downs our beer for resting her head against the bar with a resounding thud. What's wrong? You, sniff. I'm not reading that one out loud. No. I literally have some small chance of actually monetizing this video. I haven't had it in forever. It's driving me crazy. I want to be held, I want to be grabbed, I want to be smooched. Maya takes another aggressive sip of beer. But I'm too big. I got some classmates who are into older women I could introduce you to if you like. Thank you. Maya takes another sip of beer. She almost looks like she's making out with her class at this point. What's your ideal guy like, by the way? I don't want to introduce you just to anybody. Well, Maya's plump lips curled to a soft smile. I do prefer younger men. I mean, that's good for us, but That might become the thumbnail for this episode, just saying. Cradle snatcher alert! Maya pouncively rubs me against her belly for a few seconds. Her plump, warm flesh visually engulfs and slaps against me, trapping every part of me within its pillowy embrace. She's so big, and I'm so powerless before her. Why does being so completely at her mercy feel so wonderful? My life is forever changed. I need to start annoying her more often. As I was saying, you didn't deny the allegation. Maya flicks me off the top of her belly and leans forward on the table, trapping me between her warm, pillowy gut and the cool, hard bar. I kick, push, and even bite the wall of flesh with all my might. She doesn't react. No shiver, no wince, not even so much as a yelp. Now I'm trapped in the chub dimension. Younger men just seem, I don't know, cuter? They're still so optimistic and innocent. I hear her stomach gurgle and fill. She wants to drink more beer. Eager to please. Uh-huh. Got any age cap? Let's go with 30 for now. All the magazines say 30 is the new 20 now. Got it. What about looks? Clean shaven, definitely. Not fond of whiskers. I like boys with longer hair, but not too long? Especially when the hair covers part of their eyes. Seriously? What are you, 16? Can't help it. It's a little bit of asymmetry is always cute. Especially when his hair looks silky and poofy. Love running my fingers through hair. Maya starts running her fingers through the jungle that is Yu's ponytail. Feels so nice. She giggles for drinking more beer. I swear I can feel her belly grow and swell against me. I'm going to go feral. Glad you think so. You proudly pats her ponytail. So, you want a man with a ponytail or a man bun? Not that long. Maya leans forward and starts fluffing and motorboating Yu's ponytail. You're so fluffy. It feels like a foxtail. Are you secretly a kitsune? God, I wish. Foxes are super cute. Yu starts licking the salt off another edamame pod. Let's keep talking about your ideal man. Are there any deal breakers? No smokers. Maya rubs her face into Yu's ponytail one more time. We're sitting back upright. My lower body remains trapped in Maya's belly in the bar, though. Not that I'm complaining. Smells bad and it ruins property values. Hell yeah, it does. You have no idea how much I had to scrub and wash this place to get rid of the tobacco stink. You okay if he drinks, though? Prefer it, actually. Love to be a man who can drink me under the table. Plus, drunk sex is super hot. There, Maya's heartbeat started to accelerate. Really? Why? I'm a horny drunk. I want my hubby to be horny drunk, too. Wazzy silly when we're naked. Ish cute. Can't deny that. So I take it you want a cute guy instead of a cool guy. I want to pinch his cheeks, poke his belly, and feed him cookies. I get it. Yu finishes off another beer, refills her glass, and tops off Maya's. Love to cook for my lover. Maya takes a sip from her beer and licks some foam off her upper lip. Thank you, Yu. Hick. Don't mention it. Yu's starting to lean forward and giggle at nothing. Damn it, drunk women are cute. But I also need my man to be respectful. Need him raised proper. Maya teeters back and forth in silence for a few moments, looking rather confused. You okay, Maya? Shush, shush, shush. Maya covers my face with her pinky. Words hard. Rooms spin. Maya shakes her head, sits upright, and takes a deep breath. You want a polite guy? Do you want a date for fun or for marriage? Maya frees me from her tummy's embrace and stretches her arms wide. I want to marry. I want a big family. I just want to get... Maya extends her finger and starts violently slamming it between her thumb and index finger. Every day. I don't want to be able to walk. Maya takes another aggressive sip of beer. Damn it, damn it, damn it. Haven't tasted baby in so long. Maya, chill. Thought Naoya was the incorrigible one around here. Maya rests her elbows on the table, leans forward, and starts ruffling her hair. I need to feel that warmth, flavor, stickiness. The more Maya talks, the more flush Yu's face gets. Her hand starts to twitch, and I see her lips tremble occasionally. She's trying to keep a straight face and failing miserably. Can't taste that good, can it? It depends on what he eats, and I love it no matter the flavor. Oh, the crap video games make me say out loud. Maya continues to whine and gently bang the table. Just having part of your lover inside you, living quite like it, makes you feel powerful. Is that so? You clears her throat. Should give me any tips on that. On what? Maya's eyes blink out of sync. You know, that. You glance away from Maya and makes a lewd motion with her fingers. Oh, well. So much for this video getting monetized. Keeping in shade, make sure you oil up for... Yu stares at Maya in silence, the clenched jaw and a twitchy eye. Her eyes seem to be unfocused, but I've never seen more vitriol in a woman's face. I feel like she might combust on the spot if Maya continues this conversation. Just kidding. Instead, I know an even better technique. What kind? Yu's body relaxes. You get a grapefruit and... No. Do not tell Yu about that. That technique is not real. Really? It seems so fun, though. Maya sips her beer. I don't know what you're talking about, and honestly, I'm happier for it. Then you tell us. You eat some karaage. Yes, master, teach this wench how to satisfy a lover. If you insist. I start... Whoa! Now yeah! Start unbuckling jeans. You flicks me off my feet and launches me back into Maya's belly. Not like that! You glance up to the side as her cheeks flush pink. Just tell me what to do to please a man. Wait, why do you need my advice? Do you have trouble with that sort of stuff? That's none of your business, mister! You pokes my stomach. Tell me. Alright, alright. So, I have reached the difficult choice for this episode. Now, I understand a lot of guys are going to have opinions on this one. A lot of guys, I dare say about half, will disagree with me. No matter which one I pick, honestly. But, obviously, the first one is objectively the correct one. But both are good. This is a both. This is a both are good situation. I need that gif from Road to El Dorado. Moon's eyes don't have to do much to make a giant lover happy. Because if a guy in your bra, and he'll be over the moon. You narrows her eyes at me. Are you teasing me? No, I'm being serious. The trick works regardless of bust size. Yu's composure relaxes as she resumes nursing your beer. Are you serious? Is it being next to a giant boob all the time? Yes. Men are simple creatures. That might be the thumbnail. Boob equals good. Big boob equals big good. Good to know. My lips curl into a petite, devilish grin, but only for a moment. Do I have to do anything else? Like a certain massage or a certain bra? Nope. You can just leave a dude in your bra cup and you'll happily chill there. Wow, it really is that easy, huh? Do I even have to pay attention to the guy while he's in there? Depends. Some like being ignored as you go about your day. Makes him feel even smaller and more helpless before you. I don't really get it, but you don't seem like you're lying. Why would a little old now you lie about this? He loves mega milkies. You'll never lie about anything booby related. You just cackles and eats more edamame. Good to know. Thanks for the advice. I feel a little better. You smiles at me. It's a warm, earnest smile that makes you feel at home just from looking at it. It's a smile that gives me deja vu. I've only known you for a short time, but it feels like I've been looking at the smile for way longer. Maybe it's deja vu. Maybe I knew her in a past life. Maybe I'm just drunk. Getting back on topic, though. Maya smirks at you. Do you know any guys who fit my description? Yu's eyes trail down to me. I think you have a thing for now, yeah. What gave you that idea? You just described him perfectly. Good manner, longish hair, clean-shaven, within your age range. Has pretty good alcohol tolerance for a tiny. So do you like him? Maya's sweating. I've never seen her this flustered. Feels wrong. Despite being fully clothed, she feels naked. He's certainly a cutie. Maya starts stroking my back with her fingertip, but Maya blinks a little and holds the side of her head. But, you okay? Yes. Hey. Maya giggles. Words are hard, Maya looks down at her watchless wrist. Good heavens, don't you look at the time? Gotta get going, my show's about to be on. Uh-huh, sure it is. Yu takes the device out of her apron, presses a few buttons, and shows it to Maya. Here's your tab. Dios mío! That's not so bad. Maya burps and hands you 2 big bills. Keep the change, this is great. I'm definitely coming back. Happy to hear it. Glad you had fun tonight. Feel free to come back anytime. Maya nods and picks me up. But Yu grabs her arm. Be careful with Naoya. Whatever do you mean? He's my best employee. I don't want him crying on shift. Got it? Despite being only half Maya's height, Yu looks fierce. She cares about me. I'm about to cry. She's so sweet. Maya rests her hand on Yu's. Don't you worry, Yu. I break hearts, not hearts. Oh, good lord. I'll take your word on that. Good night, you two play nice, alright? Maya crab walks out of Yugiri Ramen and starts drunkenly trudging home. Thanks for the recommend, now you cakes. I really needed that. I'm glad you liked it. I'm just glad get you out of your house. Would you mind doing me one more favor tonight? What may that be? Forgive me. For what? Maya closes her hand around me, trapping me in complete darkness. She pulls her hand down, then back up. You feel fabric rubbing against fabric? Okay, it's gotta... Come on, girls, cooperate with me here. Oomph. There we go. Much better. Maya's hand leaves me, and I find myself sandwiched between something. My back is pressed against the wall of smooth, slightly damp fabric. My front is pressing against something unfathomably large and immensely soft. I open my eyes and find myself snug in Maya's bra. It's fully censored, YouTube. Give me a break just this once. Her nipple pressed against my face. I knew she was big, but being up close and personal only makes her feel so much bigger. Nipple alone is bigger than my head, and the diameter of her areola is bigger than me. Oh, so Maya has like pancakes then. Have fun. Maya gently cups her breast, which only further engulfs me in softness. You've been such a good boy. No. You've been such a good man to me. Maya starts slowly walking home. Each step she takes causes her breast to ripple and shake against me. I'm being battered, beaten, and subsumed by boob. She barely even feels me. My breath is already shaky. My entire body is trembling, yet I can't move. I simply lay there in sheer awe of her size until I feel her nipples start to grow and harden against my face. She droops outward, pressing against my lips as if it's beckoning me. Who am I to deny her? Body succumbs to Maya and starts operating purely on instinct. Mouth latches on, starts licking, biting, and suckling to my heart content. So warm, so plump. I bite down and a warm liquid fills my mouth. So milky. Milk is as rich as it is subtle. I feel like I'm crossing a line here. Definitely not monetizing this video. As invigorating as an energy drink, yet as soothing as a hot cup of tea on a rainy morning. I'm already addicted to flavor after one mouthful. Bite down again, my mouth instantly refills. Bro, you literally just had a huge meal and a ton of drinks. How can you... You know what, it doesn't matter. The rest of my body soon joins in. Legs caress and my hands grope, shake and squeeze. Legs sink ankle deep and fingers sink knuckle deep into softness. Only makes me desire more. Right now, it presses my entire world. I mean, size of a small moon, right? The only thing I can hear, see, taste, smell, or feel is Maya's breast, and I've never felt safer. I've never felt more alive. I don't want to be anywhere else. I belong here. I was born to milk. Never want to leave. Maya continues her journey home, takes a right when she should go straight. I feel like going the scenic route tonight. She takes another big step just to further bury me against her breast. I feel Maya's heart rate accelerate. Now, yeah. Maya's voice gets raspy. Don't stop. She grabs her breast, starts lazily rubbing it, which causes me to grind against her even more. Maya continues stumbling home, all while her breath grows more shaky and irregular with each step. Come now, you can do more than that. Grabs the sides of her breast and squeezes them together. Milk erupts and soaks me instantly, now drenched in her sweet warmth. Milk only continues to leak out. My hands and feet dig into Maya's boobs as I begin viciously motorboat her nipple. I can barely think, I can barely breathe. Her milk is clouding my mind and her breath is suffocating me as I can't pull myself away. My face remains plunged ear deep, soaking that nipple eager to lick up every drop of milk that comes from her. Oh, now yeah. Maya whispers as she stumbles. Careful, if you get going, you might get caught. She's warning me, but she's just being coy. She wants me to keep going. You feel so good in there. Why does it start carrying you around like this everywhere? It presses her hand against her breast once more, but this time with much greater force. Till her front of my body comes submerged in her tit. Grab her nail between my teeth and tug with all my might. Naya, my darling, I love. Maya takes another step forward before coming to an abrupt halt. She pulls on her bra, freeing me from milky prison. I fall for a bit before landing on her hand. We're back in front of Maya's home. Her hands are trembling and her thighs are pressed together. Her eyes are unfocused. She's ready to either fall asleep, screw me senseless at any moment. Thank you. Maya takes a deep, unsteady breath. For tonight, Maya wipes some of her milk on me with her thumb. You're a good man. See you tomorrow. Wait, Maya, what were you going to say? Maya bites her lip and twirls her braid with her fingers, and keeps doing it. She paces back and forward for half a minute, even starts grumbling to herself incoherently. Sigh. She eventually sighs, returning back to me. Don't worry about it, just get some rest. Maya waves goodbye to me before heading to the door. She pulls her keys and tries to unlock her door for half a minute, but is unable to aim her key into the lock. Do you want any help? Nope, don't worry, you must have just used the wrong key. Maya starts trying to sift through keys on a keyring that doesn't exist. This one should work. Maya puts the exact same key in the door lock. At least she tries to. The key scratches the area around the lock, but can't quite get it in. Come on! Maya grabs her wrist and holds her breath to try to steady it. She can't get the key in. Ah! Maya takes a few steps backwards, her sprinting full force towards her door. Humph! Collides with the door boob first and knocks it down in one clean impact. There we go. Maya walks over her door and into her house. Nighty-night. Maya puts the door back on its hinges and slams it shut with enough force to wake up the entire apartment complex. I'm very sticky. I need to take a shower. Maybe that should be the thumbnail. Oh dear. That took a demonetizable turn. Okay, we've been grinding a little bit. And I decided to cap this episode off. We're going to hang out with Fuko. Because we've mostly been hanging out with Yu and Maya, and honestly things are getting a little bit steamy with Maya. So let's tone it down a little bit by going to the second most perverted woman we know. I want to hang out with Fuko today, but I want to do more than just play games with her. I want to talk to her, learn about her. Thanks to my outstanding charisma, I don't think that'll be a problem. I'll make my way over to the Retro Game Club immediately. Another cozy night at the Retro Game Club. Fuko and I have been discussing arcane and obscure game development trivia for the last hour. It's all good fun, but a bit stale. I need something else. Hey, Fuko, mind if we talk about something else? Fuko's Ahoge scrunches up. Like what? How about you? Ahoge falls flaccid. Like me, I'm not particularly interesting. You're a 28-meter-tall woman and you don't think you're interesting at all. There's a bunch of girls that are taller than me. Thanks to my overwhelming charisma, I'm able to get Fuko to open up. Too bad we're talking about you today. Yes, sir. What do I want to know about Fuko? Goals, past boyfriend, favorite food. I want to know all of this. Let's go ahead and just save. Let's talk about our goals first. If we get to talk about all of them, great. If not, this is the one that matters most, I think. Got any life goals? I want to win the lottery, 100% all my gacha accounts, maybe make a game museum arcade. What if you don't win the lottery? Fuko shrugs. I'll keep being a nobody. It's a solemn acceptance in Fuko's voice. That doesn't sound like a response she's made on a whim. I don't think she's considered this. What about you? What do you want out of life? Rich life? I want a simple life? I don't know what I want. You know what? I think the fair answer is I'd probably say I want a simple life. Would a rich life be good? Yeah, but that also comes with complications. So I think a simple life is my honest answer. I just want a simple life. I just need enough money to support a wife, enjoy my hobbies, and eat well. Same, anything else is just too much effort. I'm glad to see eye to eye on this. Let's make our friendship a lot easier. Between a simple life with a simple wife makes you feel more empathetic. What do I want to know about Fuko? Ah, okay. Now we can start getting into it. Okay, let's save that one last. Favorite food? What's your favorite food? Fuko's antenna stands on end. Do I need to pick just one? Yes. Fuko has her elbows on the desk and runs her fingers through her hair. Don't make me choose between my children. You can do it. You're a big girl. Fuko pouts, but eventually bumps her fist against her palm. I got it. Ramen. Oldie, but a goodie. What kind? Instant convenience store ramen. Fuko begins to drool a little. Really? Not homemade ramen? Not gourmet ramen? Fuko waggles her finger. Tisk, tisk, tisk. Sure, fresh ingredients are nice, and gourmet has a time and a place, but the finest and freshest ingredients in the world are no match for chemical additives. Chemical additives. Yes, indeed, the key ingredient to all modern cuisine. Sodium, amino acids, 16-syllable chemicals that hit the tongue just right, all combining together to make incredible flavors that could never occur in nature. That is horrifying and does explain a bit of Fuko's physique. I think Fuko just sent me my mouthwater. Blast! The chemicals have gotten to me too! Which instant ramen is your favorite? Lunatic brand. Did I really just go crazy there? Lunatic brand. Fuko licks her lips. Isn't that the one with 300% daily recommended serving of sodium? 327%. Fuko's stomach growls loud enough to make me cover my ears. The noodles are so tender, the corn's so sweet, and that little seasoning packet they included in it. Back in high school, I snacked on just the seasoning packets. Do kidney stones run in your family? Nope, why ask? Fuko tilts her head, just curious. Hi, what's your favorite food? Burgers? Potatoes. Between all of these options, I would go with burger. I love me a good burger. Same. Love teriyaki burgers the best. Sweetness of the teriyaki mixes beautifully with the mild saltiness of the mayo. I feel my stomach churn. How do you even eat mayonnaise? How do you not? Every Japanese person loves mayonnaise. It's the worst condiment. It's not sweet like ketchup or zesty like mustard. There's no reason to put it on anything. I kind of agree. Mayo doesn't really taste like anything. So, like, if they put a little bit on my sandwich or burger, I'm generally like, okay, fine, whatever. I don't really like ketchup or mustard, I'll be honest. There's only a few sauces I really tolerate, but, like, mayo does kind of feel like the most pointless one. It's good on cold sandwiches, but why would you ever put mayonnaise on anything when better condiments exist? I'll agree to disagree. What do I want to know about Fuko? Ever had a boyfriend? Yeah, once in high school. How'd that go? It was awkward, short high school romance. All high school romances are awkward. What made this one special? I really don't want to talk about it. No worries. Sorry for prying. Fuko relaxes. Thank you for understanding. No problem. What do you want to know about my awkward high school romance? Absolutely. Where do I even begin? She would give me HJ under a desk in the school library after we dated for 2 weeks. Would cry if I didn't kiss her goodbye at least 3 times. And threatened to move to Brazil after I didn't hold her hand because I was sick at school. Is that all? Nope. How? That's so much already! She's been said, imagine us growing old together after dating for 3 weeks. We then broke up. Understandable. She started yelling and getting mad at me randomly because she said I reminded her of her estranged dad. I think this is the story he told Maya earlier. Fuko looks like she just saw God and really didn't like what she saw. Oh, oof. Did a certain habit of yours piss her off? Was it something you said? I asked her the same thing. She just said no. Just everything about me reminded her of her dad. Please tell me you stopped talking to her after that. I did, but that part didn't stop her from sending nudes. Fuko bangs her forehead against the table, or complaining to me about her next boyfriends. Nani, the fuck? Yeah, she'd call me drunk 2 to 3 times when complain about her current boyfriend while favorably comparing me to him. Like tipsy drunk or blackout drunk? Vomiting your eyes out drunk. Fuko shrivels into her seat. Please tell me you didn't talk to her anymore. Oh no, I blocked her like a week before moving to Yotenshi. Good. That was the straw that broke the camel's back. She started getting it super racist. Fuko slams her head forward against the desk. Why? Dunno, she's gonna start blaming my people for everything wrong with the world. Let me guess, her current boyfriend's the same race as you. All her boyfriends have been the same race. Every single time. Fuko's belly jiggles from laughter. Why does that keep happening? I have no idea. If you hate somebody, why would you choose to be with them? It's forbidden fruit that tastes the sweetest. I've seen the same thing happen with some giant girls. You'd be surprised how many size supremacists have tiny boyfriends. Hey, that's our word. Oh, sorry. I meant vertically challenged boyfriends. Nah, I'm messing with you. You have the pass. The pass? Yes, I have given you the T-word pass. Thanks, amigo. But really, that happens? Oh yeah, there's allegedly a bunch of members of the giant student union have tiny boyfriends. Good to know. When you were growing up, did your mom ever tell you that girls bully you because she likes you? Yep, same logic, same logic. I see. Hey, do you think there's any chance your ex is a giant now? I feel my heart sinking to my stomach. I don't want to think about that. Fear not, tiny ally. Fuko holds me close to her belly. I shall protect you from all foes large and small. Thank you. What do I know about Fuko? Greatest fear. Ooh, we're saving this one for last. What's your greatest fear? A solar flare wiping out communication technology and my hard drives. You know, I kind of get it. I'm with you on this one, Fuko. Really? Not sharks or loneliness? The internet is an archive of human thought, art, and achievement. Our internet archive is going down to be like what armchair historians think the burning of the Library of Alexandria was. Not only is Yutaka going to love that one, I think that made me like you even more, Fuko. Fair point. Internet is basically this generation's electricity, a luxury that's now a necessity. Yes, indeed. And your hard drives? It's also a museum, but not for the faint of heart. Want to see? I'm good, thanks though. Aside from my hard drives, what else do you fear? I'm afraid of being alone. The end of Fuko's lip recoils. Can't tell if she looks relieved or sad. Really? Why do you fear that? Huh? My body tenses up, not from fear, but confusion. Why would she ask that? Why would anybody ask that? Isn't everybody afraid of being alone? That being said, I never really thought of why I'm afraid of isolation. I was never taught to fear isolation, I just know I do. It's like instinct. It does things to you. Not feeling the warmth of another, having nobody to talk to, nobody to share your happiness or successes with, it just seems so cold. Doesn't seem that bad. Fuko leans back in her chair and looks up lazily at one of the many ceiling fans. How can you say that? Being alone's great. You're only responsible for yourself. It's quiet. Fuko's voice weakens. Plus, you can't bother anyone when you're alone. Oh, Fuko. I understand that maybe a little too well. You really prefer being alone. Just easier for me. Don't know why. Okay, bye then. I head for the ladder that's on her desk leg. Fuko puts her hand down and separates me from the table leg. Please don't go. Aha! I point up at Fuko. You aren't a cool, mysterious loner. I'm cool. Fuko sniffles, leaning down, resting her chin on the desk. And I'm always a loner. Even with me here? No, it's different with you, for some reason. What do you mean? Even before my growth spurt, I've always felt alone. Didn't matter if I was in a crowded room surrounded by my friendly peers or sitting at my desk alone. Both feel the same to me. I feel my heart to press. Foko. Oh. Rest my palm on her cheek. Why do you feel that way? It's gonna sound really bitchy, and I apologize in advance. Most people just bore me. They never talk about or want to do the stuff that I care about. I've kind of run into that. Like, okay, you gotta understand. I am on the spectrum, obviously. Like, you know that now, right? Like, I mean, surely I've been obvious. And as a kid, I was the youngest. I didn't really learn to talk to peers or kids younger than me until a bit later. I actually learned to talk to people significantly older than me well before then because I come from an older family. And I kind of discovered that my interests are extremely niche. No one growing up really cared all that much. My family played video games a tiny bit. I can think of one my dad ever played, which was a pinball game. And my mom played 3 or 4 that I can recall. My sister played a handful of them with me. But I was the gamer. I was the computer guy. I was the one who, like, it was my parents' idea to get the internet in the first place, but I was the one to really first start exploring it and figuring out what all was out there. For good and for ill. But, like, I get where Foucault's coming from on this. Like, you have certain interests, but you realize really quickly your interests are niche. The world doesn't really understand how your brain works. They didn't even realize that it was an issue until I was in my 30s. So I went my entire childhood undiagnosed. Would it have changed anything? I don't know. Kind of doubt it. But maybe. Maybe it would have. Who knows? It's like, I get it. Being alone's easy. There's no complications. There's no stress. There's no drama. There's no people dragging their outside business into yours or bothering you with whatever inane thing is happening. Being alone's easy. I get it. Almost people want to talk about it, some normie meme of the week, some shitty pop album, or some political issue they barely learned about last week. That's not incorrect, but have you ever tried talking to people about their hobbies? I have, but it's so hard to talk in groups. I never know when to jump into the conversation or how to contribute. I just never feel stimulated doing what most people consider fun. Like what? Fugo gulps, and her eyes shift off to the side. Remember how I had a boyfriend in high school? Oh, God. Oh, no. Yeah. We had sex in the gym storage room. It wasn't just a cheap lay for him either. He was genuinely really into me, pun intended. Treated me like a queen. Took me out for dinner afterwards. Sounds pretty nice. I was bored the entire time. My body winces. It was in me, spoiling me, professing his love. And all I could think about was how I wanted to be home playing Burning Sigil 7. Fugo's eyes start to water. How selfish is that? What the fuck is wrong with me? Like, I just like what everyone else likes. Why can't my brain just be normal? I've asked myself that a lot. I'm sorry, Foucault. My face winces hearing that last question. If your brain was normal, you wouldn't be in the retro game club. The wry smile stretches across Foucault's lips. It's totally possible he was as bad. No, my body loved it. Do you love it? Oh yeah, definitely. Because my dumbass values games over other people. I'm just so fucked up. It's not true. How do you know that? If that was true, you wouldn't have lent me any of your games. Foucault pauses before smiling and wiping her eyes. Fair point. These feelings are bothering you. Is there anything you think you can do to remedy them? No. Foucault doesn't look upset or bitter in the slightest. It sounds like she's accepted this as the status quo a long time ago. They're not something to be remedied. Are you sure? Positive. Foucault takes a deep breath. Nobody can get along with everyone. Everybody is different. Some brains are designed to be social butterflies and have a bazillion friends. Foucault taps the side of her noggin. Some aren't. You hate everyone else? Foucault shakes her head. No, not at all. I know most people aren't evil or malicious. I just don't care about them, and they don't care about me. It's not sad, it's not bad, it's just how it is. Do you care about me? Fuko looks down at me and pauses for a moment. I do, a lot. It's like being bigger than a house. Fuko looks vulnerable, tender even. And she's not the only one. It's been forever since anyone has said they cared about me. Still can't believe Fuko said that, but I wish I could ask her to say it again. Aw. Quick, think of something smooth to say. Thank you. Fantastic. 10 out of 10. Why do you care about me? Club just feels cozy with you. You're like a little bonfire. It's really easy to talk to you for some reason. I feel the same way. I always feel relaxed in this room. Thank you. Fuko scoops me up and gently presses me against her tummy. I'm really glad I met you. I never thought I'd be able to talk like this with anybody ever again. Thank you. Fuko's hand trembles a little, but her belly slowly rises and falls against me every time she breathes. My arms and legs stretch out to hug Fuko to the best of my ability. I know I can be weird sometimes. I know I can talk too fast or not make any sense. I know I'm not the easiest to get along with. Thank you for putting up with me. Oh, Fuko. You're not a burden, Fuko. I rest my forehead against her belly. Don't ever think of yourself as a nuisance, okay? What are you gonna do about it, huh? Fuko looks down at you with a smug expression. Her glasses are a bit foggy, but her smile's genuine. Her hands stop trembling, and her body feels more relaxed overall. This. Rest my mouth against Fuko's belly and blow. Hey, stop that! Fuko laughs, kicks her feet, leans back in her seat, but she never pulls me off her. Not till you feel better. Come up for air before blowing against her tummy again. Snort. Fuko and I spent the rest of the evening tickling each other and messing around. It hurts to smile, it hurts to breathe, but I haven't been this happy in a long time. I feel different after tonight. Better. I haven't had a heart-to-heart like that in a while. It was nice. That took a turn for the unexpectedly emotionally heavy, so I am spent. Let's call it there for now. I wasn't expecting this episode to be such the roller coaster. Thank you for tagging along. I know I'm kind of going through the game at a bit of a snail's pace, but I'm doing the best I can while still trying to provide my own insights onto the situation. Upside, we now have the stats that are appropriate for Maya's path. We just have to keep on keeping on, and eventually we will win our beloved giant lady over. Join me next time as we continue down this path. Looks like we are now in the month of April, if I'm reading that right. So, who knows what craziness will occur next. Anyway, this has been the Hipster Snek, and I'm going to see you guys next time.